Hey guys, I'm gonna just jump right in. I wanted to make something Arduino based that I can carry with me, test programs on, and most importantly, program with any Arduino IDE. What I mean by that is to make something that is completely native to Arduino. If you're working at school and lucky enough to have the Arduino IDE, you probably won't have access to or the ability to program anything that's not Arduino, like STM32, since you need the board manager. I was working on another similar project with an ESP32, but I decided to slow down a little bit and create something that can model it first. Alright, let's begin. You're going to need an Arduino Nano. What I did was I took off the headers right here, the SPI headers, as well as these IO headers and the reset switch. This way it has a much lower profile. You're going to need a Pro Micro or a Pro Mini. It depends really on what you want to use. I use a Pro Micro because it has the USB functionality. You're going to need a battery, anything 3.7 volts, depending on how large you want your project. You're going to need a way to charge the battery and boost it up to 5 volts. So you can either go with a separate charging module and a separate boosting module. However, I think a module that lets you charge and boost it at the same time. Hold on. Something that lets you charge it and boost it would work best. What I did was I took one of these and desoldered the USB port. It's much smaller now, and I want this project to end up being as small as possible. You're gonna need a TFT. This one's based off of ST7735 driver. Now, it did have another IO not expansion, but it had pins for the SD card. I took that all off since I'm not going to be using it. I found out that when you desolder all the headers from this Nano, for some reason it has problems with SD cards. I'm going to be using 11 push switches. You could use however many you need for your project. You're going to need a dip switch right here. This one has 8 switches on it. 8 might seem like a lot, but I'm going to need 3 switches to individually, turn on and off each one of these right here. And this is because I want this to be lower power, so I don't want everything being on all the time. You're going to need 2 of them for RX and TX on these 2, because if you have them connected and you try to program it, you're just going to get error messages. And the other ones, we'll see eventually what to do with them. I leave it just as an option. You're going to need these GPIO headers. Now, you should be fine with one of these. However, I need a few more just because I want this to have more IO that I could use. So this is going to be, you're going to have this connected to the display, but the whole purpose of this is to also be able to drive individual pins just natively from this without having to connect to a computer and program every single time you want to do something different. So these are the components. Alright, so the first thing you'll need to do is reduce everything in size, as with the Nano, the charging circuit, and the display.